I know it's been a little bit since I posted a video, so figured I'd post another one, kind of give you guys a little idea of what I've been up to. There's the TJ, Canary's behind me, Frosty's in the trailer. A couple weeks ago, the wife and I went down to Crater Lake, picked up a couple of DJ frames. So I've had this 45 that I picked up from a buddy, maybe a little over a year ago. So that's the 45. I've been working on getting the tub freed up from the frame. It's a old farm boy Jeep. They welded the tub to the frame. I've been doing that, and then that is the current project. So that's the DJ frame. So you can see that I got a step notch, 12-inch step notch in the rear. So putting the axle in it, I flipped the shackles, raised the springs, and the ultimate plan is to build a go-kart Jeep. Super low, try to keep everything within the Jeep though, not one of those rat rod style Jeeps. Those are cool, but not really what I'm looking for. I'm looking for something a little smaller, kind of maintain the stock Jeep size, Willys size. So I have a T5 transmission that's going to go in it, 5-speed hydraulic clutch. One of the guys from work is getting me a 327, and then I'm going to do a Mustang 2 front end under it. So should be a pretty fun little rig once it's all done. We'll see how long it takes me. So I know a lot of you guys are asking, why am I using a 45 GPW for this? I'm sure I'm going to get some hate for it, but so if you look at the tub in this thing, it's pretty roached. So the farm boy that had it before me, floors are all rusted out. The side panels on it, not sure if you can see the side panel here, it's pretty bad too. So is the other side. So it's not really worth a whole lot to anybody, which is why I'm going to use it for this project. It is restorable, but it'd take an awful lot of work, and cutting it up and stuff isn't really gonna, it's not gonna make or break it. So you're not losing a survivor. Just wanted to get that out before everybody started giving me a bunch of hate over it. So. Okay, so I'm in the middle of building what I'm calling a go-kart Jeep. Really low profile of the ground, short wheelbase. It'll have a adequate motor in it, 2-wheel drive. Anyways, I got this Mustang 2 front end here that I've been putting together. It's all kind of tacked in. So one of the things is I went through the directions, figured out what my ride height was going to be, figured out what the where to cut my cross member and my buckets and everything, and set it all up. Well, once I got done setting it all up, this is Hazel. It's one of my hounds. She was a search and rescue dog for several years. Anyways, once I got this all set up, I started measuring things and figured out that the cross member is at roughly 2.5 inches off the ground. Where I want the frame and where I set it up was for the frame to be 4 inches. Well, after doing some thinking, I figured at some point in time in the future, down the road, I might want to add air ride suspension to it. If I add air ride suspension, then I'm going to want to be able to put the frame on the ground with the air ride. So this cross member being at 2.5 inches, that gives me 1.5 inches of spacing between the ground and the frame in the front section. So in order to fix that issue, I measured everything out, figured out what my rack and pinion spacing was going to be needed between the frame and the bottom of the cross member, and I'm going to raise the cross member up 1 inch, which will give me a 1/2 inch gap between the frame and the cross member, which won't be nearly as bad. And it'll give me a little more spacing on the cross member from the ground. So that's what we're going to work on today. We're going to get that cross member raised up. We're going to have to add we're going to have to add some material to the upper buckets, because I cut them so that they were the proper distance from the cross member according to the directions. Anyways, that's what we've been doing. So.